Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Have you ever tried eating so much dessert and followed that with a cup of tea? What usually happens is that no matter how many spoons of sugar you add to your tea, it'll still taste bland in your mouth. You know why? Because all the sugar that you just ate in your dessert completely hyper-stimulated the sensors in your tongue, and that desensitized them. So in order for you to taste sugar again, you need a massive amount of sugar in order to top that off. That same concept applies to life as well, but it particularly applies to marriage. When you're still single, society, popular culture, social media, they dictate on your mind a particular image of the perfect spouse. If you're a man, for example, and you're not married, you have this hyper-stylized idea of what the perfect woman should look like. She has the perfect body, the perfect form, the perfect shape, perfect facial features. She is gorgeous, she's funny, she's witty, she's clever, she's successful, everything. So when you end up getting married to a real human being, a woman that has limitations, a woman that has restrictions, that has a job, that has work, that eventually has kids, that spends time cleaning the house and cooking food in the kitchen, all of a sudden the experience becomes underwhelming because your brain has already gorged on a massive amount of stimulation from that stylized image. And when the relationship seems bland to you, in many cases, unfortunately, it ends up with a divorce. And the same applies to women, by the way. Society dictates on their minds that there is a certain perfect image to the man of their dreams. Tall, handsome, muscular, very intelligent, very clever, very wealthy, an adventurer, a mountain climber, a bad boy, whatever it is. And then when she ends up getting married to an engineer or a family doctor or a teacher who is not extremely handsome, who might be a little bit shorter, who is not available all the time, the experience becomes underwhelming, and sometimes that too leads to divorce. This same process of hyperstimulation followed by desensitization applies to the exposure to pornography. There's so many people in this day and age that are exposed to explicit material. But you know what pornography does to your brain? It loads it up on sugar. Pornography is the dessert that desensitizes all the sensors in your brain. So you're exposed to those objects. They're not really people, they're objects who have no purpose, they have no soul, they have no function in life, they have no jobs or schedule, they don't get old, they don't get wrinkly. They are dedicated to one purpose and one purpose only, and that is sexual relations. So when you end up with an actual real human being, there are boundaries, there are limitations, there are expectations, and that leaves you with the feeling that this is a bland relationship, and again, in many of those cases, it leads to divorce. So what is the solution for this dilemma? Hyperstimulation followed by desensitization. I have one word for you, brothers and sisters. Minimize the amount of sugar you consume. Minimize the amount of sweets you eat, figuratively and literally. Minimize your exposure so that one day when you are blessed with that cup of tea, it'll actually taste sweet in your mouth. May God preserve you and preserve your marriages, and God bless you for watching.